Okay. Clocks. So, well, not clocks per se, but more like an egg timer. I got this cool little board off of Amazon for like, I think it was like $5. But I was thinking if I could at least try to test it out with some kind of timer display or something. Maybe like one of those like productivity timers that you see all the self-help, not self-help, but like the, you know what I mean, those certain YouTubers that just advertise everywhere. So I was thinking of using this aside with my Arduino Uno and, you know, a couple buttons, the other stuff. But I was thinking of using this to make one of those little timer clock things. Now, since I don't necessarily know how to build one of these, and my only programming language is not useful for engineering, we have to turn to ChatGPT, or, well, in this case, Claude, because Claude's apparently supposed to be better at programming. Okay, so now I have to get Claude to code me it, or at least give me some kind of instructions, because there's nothing official on this. Now, if you can't see because the camera quality is too low, of course you have to talk to the AI in Old English because, you know, you have to seem smart. I don't know. Or something like that. I don't know. You also have to thank your AIs, remember? Always thank your AIs. Okay. So, if you're wondering about this whole new, I don't know what you call it, filming method or whatever, I decided to do this because I feel like I can, you know, work more on my stuff instead of. So if I keep pausing, it's because I keep checking to see if the camera's turned off or not. Because I'm using like a kind of buggy, please don't break, like 20-year-old camera. I think it's a Sony Cybershot something. I don't know how old it is, but yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. So we have a start, pause, reset, add time. Okay, so I'm guessing start, pause, reset, add time. MD Parola, MD Max. Okay, so I have to install. Where is it? Where's Parola? MD Parola. Install. Okay. So that should be the two libraries. Or one of them was a library video there. There was like a library inside, like a library section. Great movie, by the way. Okay. How to use. Okay, so it didn't tell me how to wire it. Oh, yes it did. Never mind. I'm stupid. Okay. So, with these should be the button wires, these should be the matrix wires. The only difference is that one has, this is male to female, and this is male to male. If your do wires have that? I don't know. But okay. So, now we gotta wire it. Okay. So now I've got everything wired up, at least, you know, without soldering anything, because I'm probably not going to take this apart, but, you know, I don't really know how to solder, which I should probably learn if I'm going to continue doing projects like this. By the way, do all the whatever stuff. If you want to see what I want to do with, sorry, a bathroom fan that I've added a 3D printed mount to, with some screw holes. So, but this is AC. What I want to do with this one is this is an AC engine, not engine, an AC electric motor with the DC power. Again, an AC motor with a DC power supply. But that's a future project, maybe like 005 maybe? Yeah, 005. That'll be 005. So now I can plug this in, and I can see if Claude's code. Whoa, that turned on. Works. Well, this is not glitchy. That is like surprising. Whoa. I was about to say that is like surprisingly hard to look at. Okay. Okay. So now I can copy this up here. There we go. Did break. Okay, so I can copy, just gonna copy that. I can go to my Arduino and paste that. Verify. Okay, so it looks like it's trying to make something. Or not. Maybe. I still don't know what's going on with this. It's like, you know what, it works. Okay, and upload. Let's see what happens. Whoa, I did not, sorry about that. My dad just came in and he was wondering what I was doing, so I told him I was making a bomb. So we have the timer. Yeah, but I don't know if it's the programming or whatever. Whenever I push one of these buttons, it doesn't do anything, which might be because I wired it up with all the grounds like this. So maybe that wasn't the smartest idea. I don't really know. There's gotta be a way to fix that somehow. Maybe I'll try to see if one of them does anything. No, still nothing. Okay, so maybe it's... Oh, do I have the... I might have the ground plugged in the wrong place. Because if you see on the Arduino board, there's like four different grounds. So maybe if I change this, as you can see, orange cable ground, if I can unplug this and plug it here, maybe that does something. Maybe. Okay, the clock updated. So okay, so the clock's still not doing anything. Wow, sorry about all the glitches with the camera and the interruptions, but yeah, I hope you're liking the video so far. This is a little experiment on a new style of this channel, because I knew before it used to just be all like music and stuff. But yeah, should be. So I gotta figure out why none of the buttons are working though, which is kind of annoying. Oh, it's okay. If you didn't see that, it just flashed done. And then it turned off. I still gotta figure out why none of the buttons do anything. Okay, that's nothing. You do something? Don't do something. Okay, that doesn't do anything. Okay, so none of the buttons seem to be working. Maybe it's like it can't be a program. I mean, it could be a programming issue. Because, at least from my experience with programming in Godot, the AI can get some stuff wrong, but it shouldn't be. Maybe I'm changing the ground again, because maybe you'll do something? Okay, so still nothing. Okay. Changing the position. I'm just kind of shifting all the pins around, seeing if they do anything. Which, okay, I just unplugged something. Okay, now I don't know if anything's breaking or not, because it kind of seems that way. Let's see. Okay, button still doesn't work. Yeah, it's on camera. I mean, it's a little high, but it's on camera. Maybe I can tilt it up. Yeah. By the way, I mean, obviously I can't film this because, you know, it's the camera itself, but I've 3D printed a phone holder, and I've duct taped this camera to it. So, that's the camera setup. And also my voice, I don't know if I'm coming down with something or what, but this should work, but it doesn't seem to be working. Maybe if I restart the program, maybe. Do something, please. Okay, when I restart it, it just it redisplays. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to see if I can get Quad to fix. Okay, so maybe there we go. By the way, for like the 4 people watching this, I wonder, you'll have to let me know how this video is for I don't know, a YouTuber's first video. I wouldn't call myself a YouTuber, but just a channel's first video. And what I'm telling the Claude is that what I've done before is I've hooked all the buttons grounds up to one ground, so I'm wondering if that might be the issue. Now, I'm not an electrician or a programmer or anything, so I don't know if that could be the issue, but there's no sense in not checking. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to fix this. Okay, so I've copied down the new wiring arrangement for this number pad, and it looks even more eclectic than before, which is, you know what, I'm gonna register that as a good thing, because complicated is good, because, you know, I guess that's how that works. It makes sense a little bit, roughly. Okay. Now, I am glad I at least have a little bit of knowledge about this, because, you know, there are some people who don't even know what, like, a ground is, which is kind of frightening, considering we live in the big 25, but yeah, it should work. Paste. Okay. Yeah, so if I'm moving stuff up, there's a piece of plastic that's part of the giant phone mount I mentioned earlier that is covering half of the recording screen. So basically I can see like an L shape of the screen. There's just a giant rectangle in the bottom left corner that's just blocking the entire screen, which has to be there or else it wouldn't hold. But uploading it. Okay. Nothing visibly changed on the screen. Alright, it just flashed a little bit. Okay. So now if I press 1, nothing happened. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna look up how to use this. Okay. So, if I press C, that enters time setting mode. And then I can type in... Okay, apparently not. Yeah, no. Whoa. Okay, that works. Okay, B resets everything. Okay, so B does reset. So D quick adds 1 minute, so if I press D, that's already cool. I made a counter. See? That's like the most impressive thing I've made so far. Look at that. Okay. And then the start. Well, hashtag. Hashtag A is start timer. Okay. Bam. Wow. That's it. That's like all the wiring and stuff. I'm happy. I like that. I'm probably going to use this as some kind of like work clock or something, but yeah. Just let this be a lesson to, you know, you can just buy random Arduino parts off the internet, and if you have any kind of internet connection, which I'm assuming you do considering you bought the parts off the internet, or if you find them, then you can kind of just program anything, because the software I'm using, the Arduino IDE, it's free. It comes with the motherboard, or not even with the motherboard, you can just find it on the internet. Same with the Godot, the programming engine. By the way, comment down below if you want to see me or my project. It's kind of like a. I'm not going to spoil too much, but yeah, it's pretty cool. And the music, the artists' music who I've chosen for that game, because I kind of like making music, but Punch Deck does it a lot better. He's a NCS artist, so yeah. By the way, if you're watching this, which you probably aren't, but if you are, Punch Deck, your music's good. It's really good. Yeah, I guess now I kind of just have to make a case for this, so I can now I get to do my favorite part, which is CAD, which is actually like the one thing I'm good at, so I can start measuring stuff. And yeah, I will see you in the final product. Yeah. Okay, so after the printing finally finished, and after a little bit of assembly with just a couple of screws, I finally have this. Or at least what's inside the box. As you can see by the red light, the ominous red light coming from one of the cracks. It looks a lot like a digital clock, and yeah, let me know in the comments if you guys like it, or if it looks cool, but well, bam, look at that. So, obviously the display looks pretty cool, and this is all a 3D printed case with a little wire of 5 volt. Normally this circuit board needs 9 volts, but I underclocked it just a little bit to 5 volts, and it seems to run on 5 volts pretty well. It was either that or a 12 volt, and I didn't want to fry it with a 12 volt, so yeah, I think this looks pretty cool. And how Claude programmed it is you can press C to enter the time mode, and you can enter 3 numbers, let's say 4, 3, 7, and once you press C again, the time appears on the clock. And then A is the start/pause button, so you can press A and it starts the timer. And because this is plugged into the wall, this will run until the time runs out. So however long, maybe, I don't know, but however long 436 minutes is, it'll run for that long. So you can pause it, and then B is clear, so if you press B, that clears it back to 0. And D, just like a microwave, is quick add 1 minute. Although B doesn't work during when the timer is running. You have to pause it in order to clear. Never mind, that was wrong. I think it's actually D that doesn't work. Yeah, because when you start the time, you press D, it does work, but it'll round up to the nearest minute. Or not. Oh right, you have to pause it. Yeah, D doesn't work when the timer is running. You have to pause it, then you press D, and it'll round it up to the nearest minute, and then add a minute to that. So normally this would round up to 6 minutes and 56 seconds, but if you press D, it actually rounds it up to 7 minutes, like so. And there's really no off button because I don't have any off switches. I only have buttons, and those buttons were faulty, so that's about it. But yeah, totally doesn't look like a bomb, but I still probably shouldn't bring it into school to show my engineering teacher, so, although I'm sure he would enjoy it. Yeah, cool. It's what you can do with basic Amazon stuff. But yeah. let me know if you want a 002, because this is project, I don't know if you can see that, but 1A. So for moving on with the different projects, whether they be ideas or like actual physical projects, 1 is the project number. So I don't really know what happens once you get to project 999, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And A is the version number. So obviously this is the first version, so it's A. If I ever want to make a sequel to this, it would be a B, and then so on until Z. But I don't think I'm going to ever get to Z with any projects. But yeah.